believe that. Skimmed its feathers and it's just sat here. Range it again. Because I'm zoomed in, you can see that the zoom's moved to, or the LRS moved to right to the top. 4 yards. Not getting up from that. So the shot you've just seen there, you can hear the jackdaws going crackers now, whereas through the gaps in the wood up into the barn, they tend to come in there and just sit, getting out of the sun for a bit. That one's not going anywhere now. So initial thoughts after having a wander around the farm, looking for the ferals and the corvids, not a lot about, but I've had a couple and I'm going to have another little mooch around. Initial thoughts on the scope is that looking through the scope itself, when you've got it on 50 frames per second, the picture's nice and crisp. I can't fault that, to be honest. It looks good. I don't know what the actual video footage is going to be like, but what you see through the scope's nice. But then when you put it onto 100 frames per second, which I'm sure a lot of people will, it's, for me, I feel around the edges of the screen it starts to get a bit blurred out, kind of freezes, as if it can't cope with that amount of frames per second. So that might just be me, I don't know, but that's what I'm seeing, so that's what I'm going to tell you, being totally honest. Another thing about the screen when you're looking through is, and I don't know why this would be, the screen seems really big, and albeit it's maybe it's what, a 2-inch diopter, it just seems massive. So you've got to get your eye really close up to the scope to be able to see the edges of the screen inside, and that's where you've got your battery levels, your rangefinder, so on and so forth. So the problem I envisage with that is, if you intend to put this on something with a bit of a kick, you're going to finish up with a black eye. You've got to get that close. PCPs up to 17 HMR max is what I'd take it to, but then again, that's what it's advertised as. Rim fires and air rifles. Another thing is, it doesn't come with an IR. The Alpex prior to this, it came with the IR and the mount. So when you think that the original Alpex is maybe that much longer than this, you've got a lot of real estate in between these turrets, in between the lens and the diopter. And on this, you haven't. I use something like that on these types of scopes. At a squeeze, I could fit it there because I've mounted the scope so far back. But the problem I've got then is with the IR torch on, I can't use the buttons at the front. I'll not get my finger in. And at the front here, there's not enough real estate to fit it because of the scope rings. So what I've had to do to get around this is I've put the M-Lock Picatinny onto this, which I'm quite fortunate I can do that. My camera's just gone a bit daft there. There you go. So I'm fortunate I can fit it on there, but I know there's going to be a lot of people out there using air rifles that have not got that luxury. So that's something to bear in mind. Other than that, for now, I think that's it. So I'm gonna get myself out and have another little look round for some more. Love a nice daytime rat. Number 2. Took a headshot and that's where it's landed. Going straight towards me. Unbelievable how far these can get sometimes when you've hit them. It's dead. Wonder if the cows are going to resuscitate it. Right, that's it for this one, guys. As you can see here, just point to the scope, I've taken the rubber eyepiece off and it's working better, but I've still got to get right up close to be able to see the full screen. As you've just seen, I'd had a couple more rats and feral pigeons. Dead surprised about the rats during the day, but hey ho, take the chance when it's there. So if you like these kind of videos, as always, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. It all helps to help the channel along, and I'll see you in the next one.